plus 5 times 3t, clean that, over 3t times t plus 1. Okay, so since we have the same denominator, we automatically know that answer is going to be 3t, something over 3t times t plus 1. Okay, so we just have to add our numerators. So you have 2 times t plus 1 plus 5 times 3t. Oh, move that up a little bit. Okay. And once you do that, you just have to combine like terms, get rid of parentheses, all of that good stuff. So you just distribute your 2. So you have 2 times t plus 2 times 1 is 2 plus 5 times 3 is 15. So we end up with 15t there, all over your 3t times t plus 1. Okay, so once you do that, we'll just combine our like terms. Okay, so 15t plus 2t is 17t plus 2 all over our 3t t plus 1. And you don't have anything you can factor out of here. You can't factor a 2 out of 17 unless you start dealing with fractions and all that. You kind of want to stay away from that. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so once you get here, you're pretty much done with your answer, since you can't simplify it any more than that. All right. So any questions on that one? Okay. Let's do one more. We'll try to squeeze in a second one. So I'll leave that up in case. All right. The first example is really kind of quick, so this is just in case you run across one like it. So add 1 plus, I'll make it x over x plus 1. Now these problems are really, really fast because remember, 1 can be anything over itself. So if this denominator was x minus 5, 1 could equal x minus 5 over x minus 5. But because it's x plus 1, 1 can just equal x plus 1 over x plus 1. Okay, so you can make that 1 equal anything. That's the one quick thing about this one. So you don't have to find the least common denominator. You can just make the whole fraction the least common denominator. Okay, so that means 1 plus x over x plus 1 will become x plus 1 over x plus 1 plus x over x plus 1. So all of that just kind of gets rewritten. And remember, whenever your denominators match, your answer is going to be something over that denominator. So here you just have x plus 1 plus x over x plus 1. Okay, which gives you 2x plus 1 over x plus 1. Which would be your final answer, because you can't factor anything out of it. So really, I just wanted to point out that step in case you run across a problem like that. Okay, and one more example. I'll start a new page on that one. That's it. Yes.
Will this part be unit test 2?
Really what I do is all of everything that appears in the homework, I try, like with last year we had WebAssign, I try to use WebAssign to create the exams. So what I do now is I'm going to use Newton to create the exam. So all of the homework questions and everything will be written just like it is in the homework. I mean, the exam questions will be written like it is in the homework. So you won't have it written a new way or anything else. It's literally pulled from the homework. So if you understand the homework, then you should be okay with the exam. Yeah, but this, I'm trying to think which, I'll have to double check the syllabus, but I'll let you know like at least a week in advance before the exam. All right, so let's do one more. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's say if we wanted to add 2x over x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus x over x squared minus 1. Okay. So when you have problems like this, you want to factor your denominators first. Because when you're looking at them like that, you don't really know what you have yet. Okay, so we know that x squared plus 2x plus 1 will give us x plus 1 times x plus 1. We know x squared minus 1, which is the difference of squares, will give us x plus 1, x minus 1. Okay, so that means our 2x over, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, x squared plus 2x plus 1, too far, plus x over x squared minus 1 will now become 2x over x plus 1 times x plus 1 plus x over x plus 1 x minus 1. Okay, and this is where you have to now match them up. Okay, so you notice on this one, you have 2 x plus 1s in the denominator. And for this one, you have an x plus 1 and x minus 1 in the denominator. Okay, so the goal is to have the same amount of x plus 1s and x minus 1s in the denominator. Okay, so if you have your 2x, well, let me write that here. Your goal